what I want you to focus on is that you consciously simply chose to play or strum on the pulse itself and according to the order of the chords. So we could say, for example, without the music, we could go and the song would unfold in that manner throughout. Okay, now I'm going to play the song again, and I'm going to do something different with this hand. And then we're going to talk about what it is I did that's different with this hand. Here we go. Go. Not sure what the chord is there yet. And then it starts again. We don't have to listen to the whole tune to do this. So here's what I did. I simply did what I would call a double strum on the pulse. So if the pulse went like this, that's just me enjoying the piece, listening to it like that, and I've chosen to strum on the pulse. What I just did was this. So you could think of it as I did two strums for every pulse that I perceive. So if my swinging body is the pulse, here's what I was strumming. I'm going down, up, 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 down, up. That's what I did. Let's listen to it a third time. And I'm going to do something yet again different with my strumming hand. I'm going to listen here. I'm going to keep going. My head is pounding out the pulse. I'm also tapping my foot, excuse me, the same way my head is bobbing. Cool. I'm not worried about the chord progression right now. I'm worrying about the overall feel of the piece. Now, I've done 3 different approaches to the strumming, and they were all very, very conscious. Here's what's happened. I established the pulse. I chose to either strum on the pulse or I chose to do 2 strums, which is in this case a down and an up strum, on the same pulse. Third example, again on the same pulse. Instead of 2 strums per pulse, I did 4. So the hand, the strumming hand is getting busier but the speed of the overall song, the tempo of the tune, hasn't changed. Hence, the pulse has never changed in all three of these examples. And the third one sounds like this. Here's my head on the pulse. I'll do it one more time. Now here's the thing. This is the big question. Of those three, this is where you have to engage your ear, your experience listening to music, and a touch of intuition, shall we say. A touch of, this is how it goes. Does this song get best played if I did it with just down strums? Imagine sitting around the campfire and that song happens to be the most popular tune in your city right now, and you can't wait to play it, and you're hearing it and you're listening to it a ton. Is this what you kind of hear? It's not wrong in and of itself, it's just an example. So don't think of it in terms of right and wrong. Think of it in terms of, does it feel like the way that song sounds? The energy of the song, should we say, can we say. So the second example, does this song feel like this? Or in the third example, does it feel, that's an important word, does it feel like this? Let's take another listen, help you decide what that might be. I'm going to play a little lightly with it. We'll let that intro go by. So here's the first example. Playing on the pulse. Does this feel like the song? Yes or no? That's all you need. Does this feel like the song? Then it changes a bit. Does this feel like the song? One more time. Again, sitting around the campfire, what feels the best? Changes chords there again. That's the question we have to answer. Is it the best? Is the song best suited by playing it like this, essentially down strums only, or is it this, down and up strums, 2 hits of the strings per pulse, think of it that way, or 4 hits of the strings per pulse? So you have to make a decision. Now for me, listening to that tune, listening to the effect of my strumming options, to me, the third one sounds the best. It feels like it fits the energy of the tune. And it's difficult to explain why at this point, but I can tell you that it's an effect of hearing, often sort of subconsciously, all the other instruments going on in the background and how they relate to each other. And what we're trying to do as basically solo strumming guitarists is condense all that information onto a guitar. And I think when you do that, when you include, the activity of the guitar the activity of the bass player, the activity of a drummer, and maybe the activity of a keyboard player, when you sum it all up, for me, it's that. 4 hits of the strings per pulse. The first example that I gave, I call that basic strumming mechanism number 1. That's just my name for it. It's not out there in the literature. Don't go looking for it. The second one I call basic strumming mechanism number 2. And the third one, you got it, basic strumming mechanism number 3. That's your task from this video, is when you're listening to the music you enjoy, see if you can decide of those 3, which one basically fits the energy, the vibe, the feel of the song the best. Even if you can't physically do this right now, you know, if you're not used to hitting 4 runs of the strings per tap, per pulse, I think you'll be able to agree that if you heard it, you'd say, oh yeah, that's how it goes. It's one of those, when you're hearing people play songs, sometimes you might say in the back of your head, even though you recognize the song, that's not really how it goes. It doesn't feel right. But this person over here, what they're doing, same chords, everything's identical, but they're playing it more like I'm used to hearing it. That's what we're trying to get at.